Hi, I'm Dan from Middleagemarathoner.com, and I wanted to thank you for signing up for my email tip series on proven strategies that will help you develop habits that will keep you motivated so you can get the most out of your training plan. Now, you should receive your first email in your inbox, I'd say within the next 30 minutes. And in this email, it's going to include a link to a short but very powerful paper that I've shared with many middle-aged runners, and it tells you how to stay motivated. In the meantime, I also want to thank you for sharing some information about your specific situation. Now, I promised that based on what you've told me, I would tell you the top 3 things that you should do next. And I'll discuss that in a few minutes. But first, if your biggest challenge with running is how to stay motivated to keep training and prepare yourself for your upcoming race, then you may be getting a little anxious right about now, especially if you have a race that's coming up soon. Or maybe you're getting out of shape because you haven't been running for whatever reason. And now you just need some help to get back on track. Trust me, I completely know what this feels like. I've been there. And so based on where you are right now, when it comes to training for a race, like a half or a full marathon, what you want to do is find a solution that specifically addresses your unique situation. Ideally, a resource that can walk you through all the steps you need to get or simply stay motivated so you can complete your training plan and achieve your goals. Sometimes it's easy to skip your run or simply opt for an easier run when the schedule or your plan calls for something hard or long. You know, it's common for runners to give up or lose confidence during their training because they feel that they're just not going to be prepared or in shape in time for the race. It's understandable, especially when injury or sickness is the reason for not being in shape. However, I've coached many athletes where it's much more common that life gets in the way. You see, you're running 5 days a week, and then all of a sudden you're running 1 or 2. So what you need is a guide, some kind of a blueprint that will help you when you feel that maybe you're starting to lose a little motivation to train for whatever reason. You need something that can help you deal with some of the biggest challenges and trouble spots when it comes to either staying motivated to train or how to get motivated to train when you're coming off something like an injury, or maybe you just haven't run for a while. Which is why I put together a book that covers everything you need to know to train for a full or a half marathon. It's a step-by-step program, and based on what you've told me and the situation that you're in right now, I think this resource is something that will be very helpful for you. So let me explain. Like I said, my name is Dan Line, and I've been running for over 37 years. My first marathon was way back in 1986, and throughout that time, I've suffered through injuries over the years, and sometimes, after recovery is done, the reality of not being in shape sinks in. And it's at these times when I found that the motivation to get back on track may not be there. Maybe my self-confidence had taken a hit. It's also when I would wonder, especially as I've gotten older, do I really feel like going through the grind? 16 plus weeks of doing another training plan? Does that sound familiar? It happens to a lot of people that I coach. So I've worked with big name coaches over the years, and I've discovered proven strategies that help myself and other runners get through that point in the training schedule where self-doubt about one's performance and lack of motivation, maybe even low self-confidence come in. And what I want to do is share with you the information that has taken me many years to perfect and provide it to you, everything that I know, all the best ways for middle-aged runners to train for a half and a full marathon in just one place. Now, I call this resource Crushing 26.2, and it's an amazing step-by-step program that can prepare middle-aged runners for their races. It helps keep these middle-aged runners motivated and confident so they can have fun and train for and finish their big race. Now, as an example, in one of the chapters, I discuss what I call the secrets to success. I talk about how to feel satisfied with your training accomplishments. I provide simple ways to identify improvements in your training that will help your mental state and keep you motivated. I include tips that will help to make you more accountable, but without feeling guilty to your plan. Using the information in Crushing 26.2 will transform you into a confident runner. I'm confident that on race day, you can be fully prepared, both physically and mentally, for your race. Trust me, you'll be excited to race because you will have gotten the most out of your training miles, and your body will be fully adapted to the increased workload of running 26.2 miles. Now, you can see below, I've included some copies of some race completion certificates from some recent Boston Marathon finishes. Now, I've also finished 3 other marathons in just the last 2 years, all of them over 15 minutes under my Boston qualifying time. I can assure you that my system works, and in Crushing 26.2, I've laid it out for you step by step. Now, for a limited time, I'm going to offer you some amazing bonuses for anyone who purchases Crushing 26.2. Details of these bonuses are below. These bonuses alone are worth over $250. And if you don't believe me, just do a simple search for personal coaching services for marathon training, and you're going to find that it's not cheap. So now that you know that I can help you, and I've shown you the proof that it works, and it will work for you too, you have a choice to make. Purchase Crushing 26.2 so you can enjoy your marathon experience. From your first training runs all the way to finishing the race, this comprehensive plan will help you complete and achieve your goals. Here's what to do now. Click on the link below and purchase Crushing 26.2. It's a step-by-step program to avoid injury, have fun, stay motivated, and finish the big race.